You're listening to the Quince podcast.
தாய் தகப்பனுக்காண்டி, தங்கச்சி தம்பிக்காண்டி, மற்ற இன்னைக்கு மனைவி குழந்தைகளுக்காண்டி, அவங்களுக்காண்டி அவங்க வாழவே இல்லை. இன்னைக்கும் மற்ற எல்லாருக்காண்டி அவங்க வாழ்ந்தாங்க. சொந்த பந்தங்களுக்காண்டி, மற்ற எல்லாருக்குமே இந்த 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 ஊருக்கும் சரி, மற்ற எல்லாருக்கும் சரி ஒரு மகனாக தான் அவங்க இருந்தாங்க. இன்னைக்கு அதே பொறுப்போடு இன்னைக்கு நாட்டுக்காக வீரமரணம் ரொம்ப பெருமையாக இருக்கு.
That was the voice of late Havildar Palani's sister talking about how he was selfless and lived for others and how he sacrificed his life for the country. He was one of the soldiers who lost their lives at the LAC in a violent face-off with Chinese soldiers on 15th June. A lot has been talked about diplomatic and military strategies since the India-China border tensions took a lethal turn on 15 June, but who are the 20 soldiers who lost their lives in the violent face-off with the People's Liberation Army while defending the LAC at the Himalayan border? In this podcast, we'll bring to you stories of some of India's brave hearts. You're tuned in to The Big Story, the podcast where we dissect the headline-making news for you. And I'm your host, Shorburi. Samastipur, Hyderabad, Patna, Meerut, Mayurbhanj, Patiala, Gurdaspur, Madurai. The 20 Indian soldiers who lost their lives in these clashes hailed from various parts of the country. 5 soldiers were from Bihar, 4 from Punjab, 2 each from Odisha, Jharkhand and West Bengal, and 1 each from Chhattisgarh, Himachal Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Tamil Nadu and Telangana. On 16th June, the day after the deadly clashes, the initial details given out by the army confirmed the deaths of Commanding Officer Santosh Babu, Havildar Palani and Sepoy Kundan Oja. Over the next day, details of the clashes and identities of the rest of the soldiers came out. The commanding officer of Bihar 16 Regiment, 37-year-old Colonel B. Santosh Babu, had taken around 50 soldiers with him to check if the PLA fell back off the Indian side of the LAC, according to the disengagement agreements, when he was attacked by the Chinese soldiers. And he lost his life in the clashes. Colonel Santosh Babu was an NDA student from Korkunda Sainik School in Hyderabad. After graduating from IMA Dehradun, his first posting was in Jammu and Kashmir, and he had been posted in the border for the last 18 months. He had reportedly taken charge of this battalion only in December last year and was going to be posted in Secunderabad next, something that he was looking forward to. And he will be laid to rest at his family-owned agricultural land at Kesaram village in Telangana on 18 June. His colleagues and family describe him to be a calm, composed and soft-spoken officer. The Quint also spoke to his mother Manjula.
I only had one son and he's gone now. I'm very sad as a mother, but he laid down his life for his country. My daughter-in-law was told of the incident on the night of 15th June, but she only told me about it the next day at 2 p.m. as she thought I wouldn't be able to bear the news.
మా కోడలికి నైట్ తెలుసంట, నాకు మాత్రం మధ్యాహ్నం చెప్పింది, నేను తట్టుకోలేనని చెప్పేసి మధ్యాహ్నం 2 గంటలకు నాకు చెప్పింది.
According to The Hindu, his funeral will be held in full adherence to military procedures and COVID-19 regulations with around 50 army officials and 50 relatives. A native of Ramanathapuram in Tamil Nadu, 40-year-old Havildar K. Palani was also with Colonel S. Babu on the day of the clashes. He had served the army for 22 years while helping uplift his family from poverty, and he lost his life just a year before he was set to retire. He had joined the army at the age of 18 after finishing school and had a whole plan laid out for after his retirement. He had just finished building a home for his family and was set to celebrate the housewarming with them on 12th June, but before that could happen, on 1st June, he informed his family that he would be shifted to Ladakh for some days. His father, Kalimuthu, says that his death is a massive loss, but he's also proud of his son.
கஷ்டப்பட்டு பார்த்து 20 வருஷத்துக்கு முன்னால் 1999 கஷ்டப்பட்டு இராணுவத்துக்கு அனுப்பிவிட்டேன் காஷ்மீருக்கு. 21 வருஷமாக வளர்ந்தான் இருந்தேன் நல்ல திறமையோட.
I struggled to provide an education and sent him to the army. It was back in 1999. He has been working for 21 years and was such a talented boy, but lost his life at such a young age. He should have lived long and spent time with us.
மிகப்பெரிய கௌரவத்தை கொடுத்தாலும் எனக்கு இது பெரிய இழப்பாக இருக்கு.
Sepoy Kundan Kumar Ojha also had plans of returning home soon, but escalations between the Indian and the Chinese armies in the border delayed his return home. And had he been alive, he would have been celebrating his birthday on 18 June. His father told reporters that his son died for his country and that he would send his 2 grandsons to serve the army as well. If Sepoy Ojha was supposed to go home to his newborn daughter, 27-year-old Sepoy Ganesh Ram Kunjam from Chhattisgarh was set to be married soon. His wedding plans were finalized during the last visit at home, and he was planning to solemnize it next year. Since Kargil, this is the biggest number of fatalities that India suffered at the border due to a clash with a neighbouring country's army. As the government has been holding meetings with cabinet members, even opposition members, these 20 families face an irreversible loss. But all political differences were set aside for the funeral ceremony of Havildar Sunil Kumar in Bihar. Deputy Chief Minister of Bihar Sushil Kumar Modi and other ministers of the Bihar cabinet, together with the leader of opposition Tejashwi Yadav and Jan Adhikar Party founder Pappu Yadav, were there to receive Kumar's mortal remains at the airport in Patna. It's not just the families of the 20 gallant soldiers who are grieving. Civilians have also been left saddened by their loss and their sacrifice. Indian cricketers Virat Kohli, Yuvraj Singh, Mohammad Kaif and others took to Twitter to mourn the soldiers. Virat Kohli wrote, quote, "Salute and deepest respect to the soldiers who sacrificed their lives to protect our country in the Galwan Valley. No one is more selfless and brave than a soldier." End quote. Mohammad Kaif wrote, quote, "We are extremely indebted to the brave soldiers for their supreme sacrifices." End quote. The Bollywood fraternity also wrote messages of consolation for their family. Actor Farhan Akhtar said, quote, "Salute to the martyrs for their courage and the ultimate sacrifice in defending our borders." End quote. Amitabh Bachchan shared a couple of lines from the song "Ae Meri Watan Ki Logo" and wrote, quote, "They sacrificed their lives to protect our country, to keep us safe and secure. Salute Indian Army officers and jawans." End quote. Major generals of the Indian Army and the Chinese PLA are meeting for the 3rd time in Ladakh to diffuse tensions between the countries and follow the Quint for all developments on the story. If you like listening to this episode, please subscribe to the Big Story playlist for episodic updates. They're live on Apple, Google Podcast, Spotify, JioSaavn, and most of the other popular podcast streaming platforms. For other podcasts, please log on to the Quint website and check out the podcast section. For any feedback, shoot an email to podcasts@thequint.com.
Thanks for listening. Log on to the Quint's website and check out our other podcasts.